Is this you? Not again. In a previous video, I showed the #1 cause for toilet paper holders falling off of the wall. The viewers told me there was another issue causing them trouble. Let's get into it. Okay, the #1 reason the toilet paper holders keep falling off the walls is the cheap brackets and the hollow core anchors. In this other video, I showed you how it's easy to upgrade those anchors. It's really easy to put heavy duty anchors into the wall, so that won't happen to you anymore. The viewers also wanted me to know that they preferred these strong metal anchors. Now, plastic I think is still fine for drywall, but if you have plaster, wood lath plaster, something like that in an older house, go ahead and upgrade to these metal anchors. The video link will be in the description down below. These are super strong, and look, they're self-tapping. You don't have to pre-drill a hole. You will just screw these right into the wall, and then in the kit, the provided screw, which is the perfect size, will hold your toilet paper holder. Now, many viewers also talked about the benefits of toggle bolts. These have been around for decades. Let me show you how they work. On this one, you do have to pre-drill a 3/8 inch hole. Some of them are larger and they want a 1/2 inch or 5/8 inch hole. And you're going to squeeze this down and you're going to pop it into the hole. And when you release the toggle, it will open up and lock into the wall. And then when you screw in, you have a solid connection there. This is a good, trusty design. It will work well for you. However, many viewers told me the problem they had was the cheap set screw. On the toilet paper holders, that tiny little set screw there, can you see that little point? That has to lock into the bracket. And often what happens is that set screw comes loose, or the metal gets deformed. Now, a quick fix for this is simply get some needle nose pliers. These are not needle nose pliers. Don't worry, I'm firing my assistant next week. And you take your pliers and you're simply gonna bend that metal back to its original shape. The set screw over time bends and deforms the cheap mounting bracket, and you're going to take your pliers and you're going to bend it up so it will catch again. That is a quick fix. It will hold you for maybe a few weeks or a few months, but usually this is so damaged or will even crack that you do have to replace it. So this one is 2 decades old. No more fixing it. Let's throw it away and replace it with a brand new one, and I have a tip for you on that. Let's remove this old one. A previous homeowner had actually missed their holes, or they went too wide on their spacing and they had to replace with new holes. Look at that. Now, the reason I chose this new one is it is rated as heavy duty. The footprint is much larger than you typically get. It covers up a lot of old holes and damage. Also, the set screw is heavy duty and the mounting plate flange is heavy duty. And if you look at the angle on it, it's very severe. When we lock into it with our new piece, if you look at that profile shape, it literally locks right in, closes that gap, and the set screw will close it up nicely, and that should hold for years and years to come. So yeah, that little end piece right there, I was impressed with how this angle piece locks right into the bracket. Now, in your new toilet paper holder, if you watch any of my videos, you should remember this. They always come with these cheap plastic anchors, and I want you to throw them away. They are trash. They will just spin in your walls and not hold up. You'll have to repair it yet again. You're going to keep heavy-duty hollow wall anchors in your toolbox ready to go at all times. Now, I've already checked, and the size of this will cover all the mess from a previous homeowner's mistake. You also want to check your spacing on new toilet paper holders. On the back of the packaging is a template to show you the correct spacing. So on this wall, I am so convinced that this metal heavy-duty hollow wall anchor will hold it. I'm only going to use one right in the middle. I'm not even going to worry about 2 different ones. So we're going to center that right in our opening. And if you look, it's no drilling required. So I found out there's a stud on this side, which is fine. If you get one solid stud connection, that's fine. But usually your spacing is not going to work and you're going to have a hollow core anchor. Now, this particular one also goes horizontal. It does not go vertical like a lot of them. And that's why I think it has a better lip design where that set screw is going to hold. So let me just temporarily mark where our next screw is going to go. And it's going to go right there. And then we're going to move that out of the way and do our new hollow core anchor right there. Okay, so remember, these are self-tapping. You can see how sharp that point is. You don't have to pre-drill anything. This is our marked location where we want that screw. You can literally feel it biting into the wall. Just go flush there and your new screw will go right into that. Remember, the screw on a hollow wall core anchor, you're going to use the one that came in the kit, not the one that came with the toilet paper holder, so the sizing is correct. Whenever I do hollow wall anchors, I do like to manually screw them in. I just find if you're using power tools on hollow wall anchors, it's going to be too much torque in the end. It's going to over tighten, and it's going to possibly spin and just, open up that wall hole that you just made. Again, for this heavy duty square design, it does not go vertically like a lot of them. It goes horizontally, which I like, and just put it in the correct location. It will cover up the old anchors. And we're just going to mark there. And again, there. You can see a previous homeowner did use hollow wall core anchors. They look plastic. So we're going to replace them with metal. Now, if you do use power equipment on hollow wall anchors, just get it close. And then for the final snug up, please go back to hand tight so you can feel how tight you're putting it on there. You don't want to spin out that new hollow anchor. Okay, for these little set screws, you will need a tiny little screwdriver. I have a tiny little screwdriver here. It's simply going to lock over the top, and then you're going to come in from the bottom and tighten it up. Yeah, it's an interesting design. I do think this one's better than the other manufacturers. It's heavier duty. The flange is more pronounced. They'll bite onto it better. I just felt like some of those older models, they should have drilled a hole, punched a hole in the mounting plate. So when you do the set screws, it has something to lock onto. But yeah, this feels great. If the set screw is closed from the manufacturer, get in there and open her up, pull her down, and then lock that in position, top first and set screw second. All right, you've done it. You have done it. I am proud of you this week. You fixed it once and for all. Heavy, heavy duty. This will last for years. Hey, you did it yourself. I knew you could. I will see you next week.